am Dr. Rakesh Prakash, and today we will discuss about the world of radio, how the radio is emerging and how the radio is going to change the whole scenario and why a radio is trying to compete with the rival, or why radio is losing the listenership, or why radio is important for the downtrodden section of the society, or why nowadays radio is playing the crucial, vital and the important role in the rural, coastal or the border areas of our country. So, radio is one of the most important medium of mass communication, or radio is the only medium which is very important, or radio is the only medium which covers the entire country. Geographically, radio is covering the whole areas from Kashmir to Kanyakumari and from Arunachal to the border of Rajasthan, and that is the reason nowadays government is also promoting the radio for the national security, for the awareness, for the social development, for the health awareness, or for the overall development of the tribal society of our country. And now the government is also using the radio for changing the mindset of the prisoners. So, now prisoners are also listening the radio and using the radio and playing the role in the process of the whole programming. So, a lot of things are going on in the world of radio, and today we will discuss about each and every aspect of radio, how radio is going to play an important role in the process of development of our society, our nation or the individuals. So, now I am going to discuss in detail about the different aspect of radio. So, radio is basically trying to transmit the EMT, electromagnetic waves, and we are receiving the same waves through the our radio device. So, this is what radio is trying to use the technology to connect with the mass. So, that is the main thing, and nowadays all of you know that radio is very handy, and all of you are using the radio with the help of mobile. Earlier we were using the radio or a radio set, but nowadays we have the small device that is called mobile. So, with the help of mobile we are or we can listen the radio, and even when we are traveling from home to our office, office to our home, or for any other purposes, yes, we are listening the radio. So, radio is nowadays playing a very important role in the life of every individual, and the catchword or the tagline of radio is Bahujan Hitay Bahujan Sukhay, means radio is for the purpose of mass and for the benefit of the mass. So, first time government realizes that yes, earlier we were using the radio for the purpose of or during the World War, the Second World War, people were using the radio, but now government is using the radio for the purpose of development, for the purpose of awareness, for the purpose of spreading the message, for the purpose for overall development of the downtrodden section of our society. So, this is what nowadays government is using the radio or promoting the different types of program through the radio. So, first bulletin of radio was telecasted by the All India Radio on 23rd July 1927 from the Mumbai station. Immediately after that, in the month of August 26, 1927, another bulletin in Bengali was started from the Kolkata station. So, that is the initial phase. So, Initially radio was started on the experimental basis, one bulletin in a day, and initially the journey was started from the Mumbai, then from Kolkata, and then after the Mumbai and the Kolkata, then the same thing started from the Lucknow. So initially radio was trying to connect with the mass, with the program, with the news bulletin, and slowly radio started the journey of telecasting the news bulletin at national level, telecasting the news bulletin, broadcasting the news bulletin at the regional level, at the local level, and and after that they decided to broadcast the bulletin on hourly basis. Then they also decided to broadcast the main bulletin thrice in a day. Then they decided to broadcast variety of program related with the regional language, related with the local dialects, or related with some other issues. Other issues means news based program. So on the basis of the different types of issues, or different types of burning issues, or the different types of important or the crucial topic from the society, radio people are also producing the news based program. Now after that up to 1935, two bulletins, one each in English and another one is a Indian language or the Hindustani language or the Hindi, was broadcasted from the Mumbai, and a bulletin in Bengali was broadcasted from the Kolkata. So the Indian Broadcasting Company went to the liquidation in March 30 because of the financial reason. In March 1930, government decided to take the control of the Indian Broadcasting Company, and after that they designated the Indian Broadcasting Company as a state broadcasting service, and it was renamed as All India Radio on 8th June 1936. So these are the initial journey of the radio. After that now around 607 bulletins is broadcasted in 92 languages or dialects on daily basis. Even the radio is broadcasting different bulletins in the foreign language, for the example Arabic, Baluchi, Burmese, Dari, French, Indonesia, Persian, Pashto, Swahili, Tibetan, Chinese. So All India Radio or the Akashvani is broadcasting the variety of languages, not in the national, regional or the local dialect, but yes, in international language also All India Radio or the Akashvani is broadcasting variety of bulletin, and over 60 hours of total daily broadcast of news bulletins and the current affairs program are broadcasted by the All India Radio. So these are the certain initiative taken by the radio, and now the Akashvani is one of the most trusted or the one of the leading radio station not only in India but in South Asia. So Akashvani is broadcasting the variety of bulletin in different languages, in different formats. Format means hourly bulletin, format means bulletins of 15 minutes, format means bulletins of 2 minutes, format means news on phone. So Akashvani is broadcasting different types of bulletins for the listener across the country or across the globe. And the overall duration of the news content broadcasted by the Akashvani is around 60 hours, and Akashvani is 60 hours per day. So Akashvani is broadcasting the news content or the news based program, that is called current affairs program, and also some other kind of awareness or the health awareness or some important or the crucial issues. So, Akashvani is preparing lot of program on different issues according to the relevance, according to the importance, according to the national interest. So, these are the parameters for selecting the issues, for selecting the news, for the news bulletin or for the news based program broadcasted by the All India Radio or the Akashvani. Certain programs that is called a special bulletin or the program during the elections, budget or the parliament session or the state legislative session. So, yes, apart from the normal bulletin, radio is also broadcasting certain special bulletins during the election, during the budget, during the session of parliament or during the session of the state legislative assembly. Radio is also providing the news content on website, and the website of radio is www.newsonair.gov.in, and the same content in a brief format radio is also sharing for the listeners on social media or for the viewers on social media, that is called Facebook, Twitter, SoundCloud, YouTube and Instagram. Now, I am going to discuss about the regional bulletins. So, regional bulletins are introduced in early 50s, and the first such news bulletin were broadcasted in April 1953 from Lucknow and Nagpur station. In 1954 and 55, regional news units were set up at Bombay, Madras and Kolkata. This went on steadily. At present, there are 46 regional units functioning in different parts of the country. 478 news bulletins in 77 regional languages or the dialects including English and Hindi are being broadcast from RNU for a duration of nearly 38 hours. These includes 255 headlines bulletin on FM and other frequencies. So, yes, radio is using the AM service, radio is using the shortwave service and radio is using the FM service for broadcasting the news content for the listeners in different languages at national, regional and the local level. So, for the purpose of local level, radio is using the local dialects. Now, I am going to give you some data about the different types of program radio is broadcasting for their viewers. So, these are the list of the program radio is broadcasting for their listeners. And radio is also available on Twitter, and around 4 million because data is day by day updating. So, currently we have the data of around 3.3 million, but as per the latest update data is around 4 million followers are listeners are or the people are following the Akashvani on the Twitter, and the same data is also about the Facebook. So, now I am going to discuss about the code of AIR or what kind of policies or what kind of certain code AIR is or the Akashvani is following for the purpose of their news bulletin, or what kind of policies AIR is following for the purpose of different news based programs. So, in the whole news content or the news bulletin or the news based program, AIR is following certain guidelines, certain code for broadcasting of the news content. So, as per the code, AIR is not criticizing any friendly countries. AIR is not criticizing any friendly countries, and in any of the news content, AIR is not using any kind of harsh language related with any religion or any communities. In the similar way, AIR is not using any defamatory or any such type of content in the bulletin, or not using any such news story or news item which is not suitable according to the AIR code, and trying to use the news content in a very balanced manner, so that we will not face any kind of issue or the problem after the broadcast of the news content. So, these are the certain precautions AIR is taking uh, during the preparation of the news content. And yes, as per the guidelines, AIR is also avoiding any types of controversial content, or in the legal news AIR is following the norms and the guidelines of the court to avoid any kind of contempt of court. And in the similar way, AIR is using suitable types of precautions if the news is related with president, if the news is related with the governor, if the news is related with the judiciary. And yes, if the news is related with the political party, then AIR is taking suitable precautions and avoid any type of attack on any political party by name. Hostile criticism of any state or the center, AIR avoid such type of issues, and anything showing disrespect to the constitution or advocating change in the constitution by violence, but advocating changes in a constitutional way should not be debarred. So, these are the certain precautions AIR is trying to ensure during the preparation of the news bulletin for the listeners. And appeal for fund except for the Prime Minister's National Relief Fund at a time of the external emergency, or if the country is faced with a natural calamity such as flood, earthquake or cyclone. AIR is not except these things, AIR is not using any kind of fund related content or the news in the bulletin. So, these are the certain basic guidelines. Yes, if there is a emergency or if there is natural calamity, in that scenario AIR can use the news content related with the fund relief or similar kind of news on behalf of the government of India, or the on behalf of the any particular ministry. Yes, AIR can use the such type of story, otherwise not. And direct publicity for or on behalf of an individual or organization is likely to benefit only that individual or organization. AIR is not broadcasting any such type of news. And apart from that, AIR is cross checking all the details before the broadcast of the news content, or AIR is trying to ensure the authenticity of news through his own reporter or the network of the reporters, or the news agencies or the government organizations, and only after the thorough checking of the fact or the thorough checking of the news content, then only AIR is giving permission for the purpose of broadcast of the news content. And as per the way of working of the AIR, normally AIR is using the news content from the news pool or from the news agency or their own network. Otherwise, within the newsroom of AIR, nobody is entitled to take or use the news stories from any other sources except the news pool or the news agency hired by the All India Radio, or the if AIR is using the service of any particular news agency, then yes, AIR people can use the that particular content of that particular news agency, or AIR people are using the news content provided by the news pool, and accordingly they are using the news content for the purpose of preparing preparation of the news bulletin, and accordingly they are broadcasting the news content. So, all the news stories before the broadcasting of the news stories, here people are checking the content and the fact and the figure of all the news stories at different level. First at the reporters level, second at the desk level, third at the news pool level, and the fourth just by the compiling editor or the news pool editor just before the broadcast of the broadcast of the news content in the news bulletin. So, these are the certain steps AIR people are taking to avoid any kind of any issues in the news bulletin before the broadcasting of the news content. So, these are the precautions, and people are also taking precautions and trying to cross check all the details. Even the news in charge is also checking all the details of the news content prepared by the news pool editor. In the similar way, the compiling editor is also, after the releasing of the news by the ENC or the news in charge of the shift, the compiling editor is also cross checking all the details before including the news item in the news bulletin. And after that, for the purpose of safety reason, even the news anchors or the news readers are also before the reading the news for the bulletin, they are also cross checking the fact, figure or the details, and for the purpose of avoiding the any kind of fumbling during the bulletin. They are also discussing the any particular sentence, any particular word with the compiling editor or with the ENC or the in charge of the shift, and accordingly they are, as per the suggestion, they are using the suitable kind of sentence, the suitable kind of word to avoid any kind of confusion or any kind of doubt during the bulletin. So, these are the precautions AIR people are taking before the news bulletin or during the preparation of the news bulletin to avoid any kind of doubt, any kind of confusion, any kind of issues in the news bulletin. So, these are the certain thing people are, or the news people are or the different the compiling editor, the news in charge or the news pool editor are taking too much precautions during the preparation of the news bulletin for the broadcast during the allocated time period. Thank you.